Hi guys, good afternoon. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. Today we're going to be meeting Mr. Akshay, who got recently two, offer letters. So at the age of, 35, 36, being a non-IT guy and, how to crack the interview and how to, attend the interview and everything is new to him, right? So in spite of having lot of issues, in spite of having recession and everything, but only knowledge is, important, and because of the knowledge only is able to crack two interviews today. And Akshay is with us today. Now he's going to be sharing his interview experience. And we'll start with the SQL first, then Power BI, SSIS, and data warehousing. And lot of HR and project related questions also you should be able to ask, and notice period or whatever you wanted to ask, we can ask. But first, let him share his, knowledge and his experience. So I think Akshay, I think you should start with what are the questions they have asked in SQL and how
Okay.
to answer them. So one by one, slowly you should be able to yeah,
So
continue.
the first question that everybody, whenever the interview will start, the first question they will ask you is that tell me about yourself. This is the first question they will ask, and tell me about your skills. Though they will have the CV, they will ask you, tell me about yourself. So then you can introduce yourself, and then they will be asking you on SQL. Usually, it is always SQL. The first question will be usually an intermediate level question. This question, if you are able to answer well, the level of difficulty will increase to the next level. If you are not able to answer this question, then immediately they will come down one level. This is how it always progress. So if you are able to answer every question, the questions will become harder and harder. If the questions are if you're not able to answer, they will become more and more simple. If the questions are becoming too simple, you will always know that probably you are almost going to lose the interview. This is what I've observed in SQL. Most of the times the questions will start with tell me about the type of joins, is something which they will ask quite often. Then they will ask you about if you answer that correctly, then they may give you a table. They will tell you to find the matching records, or tell me the number of records for the left join, right join, or tell me the number of records for a cross join. This is what they will ask you. Then they will ask you a scenario based question. So every time they will ask you a concept. If you know the concept well, they will progress it to the next question. If you are able to answer joins, then they will ask you regarding CTE, subqueries, recursive CTEs. If you are able to answer these questions, the interview will move on to stored procedures. In stored procedures, they will have you worked on stored procedures? Tell me how you will alter a stored procedures. And if you are able to answer that, then they will move on to triggers. Tell me about magic tables. Tell me why you will, where you will use triggers and where you will use check constraints. These questions they will ask you. They will ask you about functions. They will ask you difference between functions and stored procedures. They will ask you about the performance. Then they will interview will move on to optimization, which is a big part of every interview. They will ask you about indexes. Do you know indexes? Tell me the type of indexes. Then they will ask about the execution plan, if you can read the execution plan, and how you will optimize a query using indexes. So this is the broad outlook. Optimization of the query is something which they will ask a lot of questions. How you'll optimize the query, what you will do. uh, 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 Even in the indexes, they may ask you what is a unique index, unique clustered index, what is a unique non-clustered index. What will happen if how many, if a null record is there, can you make a cluster? These type of questions they will definitely ask you. And I think indexes is a big part of optimization, that part of the interview. Probably 5 to 10 minutes of the interview may be on indexes. Going forward, in SSIS, most of the times they were asking, what type of tasks have you implemented? That tell me about the couple of tasks. Then they will be like, okay, so tell me, explain me any one of the recent package from start to end. You know, and then if you are able to explain that correctly, then they will ask you about logging. What type of logging have you done in your project? And have you implemented any custom logging? Is what I was asked. Mm. Then they will be giving you some scenarios. They may ask you about the type of data, that is coming, or the size of the database that you are working on. Then they will be asking. They will be asking if the package fails, how the alert will be given. What will you do when the package fails? Okay, so these type of questions will be asked. How you will send the mail, or then they will be asking you about SSIS optimization. How will you optimize the SSIS packages? So how you will drop the indexes, how you will rebuild the indexes, how much will be the time difference if you don't do this activity, uh, how uh, how will you how are you sending these packages to your QA team, and if there is a bug found, what action you were taking, etc. These type of questions they will be asking. uh, they were some in some of the interviews they asked some very peculiar questions, like what is the requirement for a merge transformation, and tell me about synchronous and asynchronous transformations. And so this is what was usually asked in all the exercise interviews. And then it moved on to some of the other aspects also, like scheduling the tasks in SQL server, or how do you deploy the packages, or these type of questions were also asked. Can you deploy the packages? Can you tell me about linked servers? Linked services is what they were someone asked me. So these were the questions that were asked in SSIS. They asked me about the types of normalization. Tell me about the type of schema in your project, and why your project has snowflake schema. Which is better, whether star schema is better or snowflake schema is better. Tell me about referential integrity and how it affects the database design. And these type of questions from the project they were asking. Were you involved with the ETL documentation, and what inputs have you given in your current project on the same? Were you attending the calls with the client during the for the designing, or were you these type of questions were asked. And performance optimization was a big question that was asked in almost every interview. How will you optimize the package, and and what are the requirements to do so? So and in Power BI, because most of the interviews that I took, I decided to take Power BI as only 20%. So Power BI questions they usually were very, very simple questions, like what is the difference between sum and sum x, and when you will use a calculate operator, or tell me the different type of visualizations that you have used. Tell me a particular reason why you chose the particular visualization, And do you know about workspaces? Do you know about the difference between the dashboard and report, and how do you use the what do you say? Can you configure the connection managers in the Power BI app? And uh, can you I think Power BI, this is the basic questions that were asked, most that, so um, there was one question that was a very particular question, that if the database size is huge, then how do you retrieve the Power BI? How do you configure the connection in that scenario? So these type of connections were asked. In actually in SQL, there was some difficult interview questions also, like do you know how to check for query breaking? How do you know? Do you know about dynamic SQL and SQL injections? So and this is or do you know how to pass a table as a do you know about parameterized stable parameters for the SQL queries? I think something like that. So dynamic SQL was asked in couple of interviews. And also regarding how will you take the backups? Do you know the different type of backups? Um, so this was asked. And one more question was asked is when you create a stored procedure and you need to pass it to to the QA team, it do you tell the give the script, or you tell the QA team to drop the stored procedure and recreate? So the answer to this question is we always tell them to drop the object and recreate, because it can because a bad execution plan will affect the SQL query. So these type of questions were asked, practical questions. So I think working hard on T SQL is extremely important. Many people are, I think, ignoring that side. They will just do the basic SQL and leave it at that. But T SQL is very, very important, because in the project, most of the work will be on SQL side. I mean, sorry, T SQL, where it will be could be altering of the stored procedures most of the times. So they will ask us one question in every interview: are you very comfortable with stored procedures? And regarding data warehousing, I think star and snowflake schema, that's it. Is the only question that they were asking most of the times. Nothing more than that. Okay, and one more question they were asking: do you know what is the difference between ETL and ELT? So, and any reason why somebody would choose ETL or ELT over ETL? And which tool would you use? Why is a cloud? What are the advantages of a cloud-based service over on-premise service? So these type of questions were asked, and I think we have to know a little bit about these tools also, why they are becoming so popular now. And also, how would you choose what type of were you involved in database architecture? Is what somebody asked me. Database architecture, and or if I when I told them I am not aware, but they were still asking me about database architecture related some questions were asked, which are DB admin works. They will be asking if you are aware how they are done or how they are taken. And have you done? Do you know about the DCL commands, and how do you assign the roles to different users in SQL? If does the production database have you part on any production database, or are you working in dev environment? Also, is something somebody was asking. Do you directly, if there is an error in the production environment, do you directly start modifying the code on the production environment? Is what somebody asked me, or what is the process that you follow if you find a bug in one of the production environments? So pretty much sums it up. I think this is the gist of it all. Many more were there, but the important ones I've already covered in this entire whatever I've said right now.
Okay, guys, very good. I think most of them I have covered in my class.
Correct.
If you follow my SQL and Power BI and SSIS and all those things we have been discussed, and you may get some 10-20% of the questions which you will not be able to answer, but that is fine. So even though you don't know the complete, 100% of the topics, that is well, because couple of topics you can say ignore them, or you can tell them that I never worked on the topic. That is fine, right? So these are the questions, basically it will come. So you have to be ready with all your notes, and it is very, very important. You have to do the lot of revision. So what he tells me, so whatever the question I got from your notes and from your videos and lectures only, but only thing is that while writing, we will not write. So I would have told you that it is interview question, but you never write that question as in your question bank. You may miss out, but when you revisit or revise the video once again, you will be able to understand. Bhaskar sir told this already. I think I have ignored it, and that is how I missed it. So most of them I have collected from the students only, and all these things I have captured it in my daily classes, and make sure that you have to follow my syllabus, and 100% you can easily crack. But only thing is that so you have to write the notes and revise it. Revision is very, very important, and do all the case studies which I'm providing, and whatever be the projects that we are giving, whether it is a free project or end-to-end project or the project which is there in the data warehouse, whatever we providing, everything you should be able to complete them, and you can get the opportunity. So one more thing I can tell you, Akshay has put I think 3 to 4 months time, and is able to crack the interview, and he has to get a job. There is no second thought about it, and he always tells me, so I have to fix the guru. If I fix the guru, I have to listen to him carefully. I should not go here and there. But many people, what we do, we will be following my classes at the same time. You will be following some other people. So if that is the case, you'll lose lot of confidence, and time also will get wasted. If I'm saying you need to learn SSIS and data warehousing, you must do that. There is no shortcut way. Don't think that only learn Power BI or only learn SQL. It is not like that. Everything as a package you need to learn. That is what I'm telling. And ADF is also very, very important, but ADF don't jump directly. You have to know SSIS is on-premises ETL software. So if you know SSIS very well, 80% of the ADF is SSIS only, I'm telling you, right? If you directly jump into ADF, you don't understand the proper ETL concepts. I strongly recommend after Power BI, you also concentrate on SSIS and the data warehousing. Once it is over, I told you, you take end-to-end project and implement it. And many people will not follow me. Then they'll tell me that even though I'm getting a call, I'm not able to crack the interview. That means there is knowledge gap in that. Okay, so make sure that you have to follow whatever I'm saying, and let it take time. No problem. It may take 1 month extra, but it will be useful for you to crack the interview, guys. Thank you so much, Akshay. And if you have any
Yeah.
questions, guys, please ask to Akshay.
One more thing, I have worked at least 8 to 10 hours minimum every day without any break.
Mm,
So that effort has to be put, because the confidence will not come to you if you are not, if you are getting some doubts in your answering of your questions. You will be out of the interview immediately,
mm.
because they are going to offer you a package of 17 or 18 lakhs. They want somebody who knows everything. They will not, I think, give you like
Correct.
that only. It is not going to be that easy. So
Mm,
if you
mm.
put the hard work, then definitely 8 to 10 hours every day means in 1 month you will finish one topic, you move on to the next technology. 3 months you will be ready with everything. That's it.
Yeah.
Then you can start.
Very good, very good. Anything else, guys, you would like to ask?
Yes, sir. One question to Akshay. So
Yeah.
basically, as Akshay mentioned that in 1 month, if everyone is putting 8 or 10 hours, then one subject can be completed in 1 month. So just wish to know, suppose in second month we are taking second topic, SSIS. First month we completed SQL Server, second month we started SSIS. So what approach we should follow so that the SQL part which we have studied in first month can be on track and we don't forget anything, any important things? Or what would be the right approach? Whether we should just revise the theory part of SQL or we should also revise the theory part as well as we should practice SQL. What should be a good approach along with new subject? If Akshay could just throw some light on this.
See, once you are done with the theory part, you will have the notes with you. You will have to start practicing the question. There are case studies in the course itself. Those these case studies you can start solving. There will be some websites where you can solve your question. There will be questions on SQL. You can go on like HackerRank or Lead Code and all, and you can start solving those questions. Once you will keep the all in the second month also, you have to practice maybe 1 hour every day or half an hour every day, so that you will be always in touch with the technology. You will not lose focus, and
Okay,
keep
practice
revising
related.
the notes. Hmm?
Okay, practice related to these questions based on the concept, right? On
Correct,
hacker or lead code, medium level
correct.
or beginner level, we
See,
can start.
now everybody's aptitude is different. At the end of the third month, I was, I was able to solve even hard questions.
Okay.
So you will, after a while, for you, intermediate level questions will be easy only for you because of the practice.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Akshay. First of all, congratulations on your huge success.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to know the flow of your studies, like what you learned first, after that, what. And second was, does educational background affect on the interviews?
No, let me tell you one thing. Nobody will check your background. Nobody will ask you also. I was also worried about the same thing, but they don't care. They will only ask you what skills you have. They don't care from where you are, what you were doing before. Nobody is interested in that. Let me tell you that. And I think even sir is saying the same thing. And I'm also now I have confirmed with my own interviews that they don't ask anything. They have never asked me from where you have done your schooling, where you stay, nothing, nothing, nothing. They will just start with the interview and it will go on from there with all the technical questions
Okay, and what was the flow?
of the study.
Yes, yes, yes.
I started with SQL straight away, and then I went on to Power BI. Then I did SSIS and data warehousing, and then started applying. But you can interchange that as per your wish. What you want to do. It is not. It is not that a recommendation that it should be done that way. But I would say that minimum one ETL tool and SQL and one reporting tool has to be there with you. Otherwise, cracking the interview could be difficult. I feel, and this is one of the primary reason why many people are not getting calls, because they don't have any ETL tool, or they may not know about data warehousing or something like that. Something is missing in their CV. And I have not applied on my own to any one company, not even one single application. All the calls have been received by me through HR. I have not done any single application on my own. So it is
Okay.
it is a proof enough that those skills that sir has said. You do all these four skills, and definitely later on, like sir has said that you do ADF later on or Snowflake later on. You follow that path very blindly. You don't need to ask 100 people what to do or which technology I should do and get confused.
Yes, Akshay, we totally agree with your points because whatever Bhaskar sir is teaching in the class, that is fair enough to crack any interview related to this particular ETL domain. Akshay, have you described yourself as a ETL developer, Power BI developer, or some other profile, like at the on Naukri portal?
No, no, no. You can see. Depends totally on your wish, how you
Okay,
want to
skills.
your
Okay.
career to progress in terms of your liking. Some people
Mhm.
may like visualization; they may go towards Power BI side. Some
Okay.
people may, so they may do Power BI or they may do SSRS. But some I like more of data engineering side. So I had written stuff in my CV which was more towards the engineering side.
Okay. Like ETL side, using SSIS, SQL
Yeah,
and all,
correct,
data
correct,
warehouse.
correct, correct, correct. Because
Because
that is my liking, and this is what I want my career to progress into.
okay. So when you are asked this particular question, like which role you want to deep dive in coming years, so you explain this kind of things like ETL role and all. So
Correct,
this depends on person to
absolutely.
person.
Yeah, because
Because next role beyond our this particular subject is I think data engineering, which includes some fast data and all. So probably I think you are right. You have a right approach to say this, and we can also adopt this if it is suitable to us.
yeah.
But
So
it's good to showcase these kind of yeah.
no, see now, some people may want to move towards only visualization side, or they may want to become an analyst. So their
Okay.
path will be different. But I don't want to become
Okay.
an analyst. I want to go towards the engineering side. So my path is going to be different. Everybody's path is different based on what they like. But you should
Okay.
know all the tools to know what you like. You should learn everything.
Actually, two things also I came across when I received a call from interviewer, one from Gartner. They were asking that, do you have any knowledge of Power Automate or Power Apps? Also, they asked me, do you have any certification related to uh, Power BI or ADF sort of thing? So, did you come across any such thing where interviewer asked you knowledge of these technology, Power Apps, Power
No,
Automate, or
no,
something like that,
no, no,
certification sort of thing?
no.
Though
Nobody
Bhaskar
has.
sir always say, yeah, though Bhaskar sir always say doesn't matter. I think certification doesn't matter.
No,
Gap
no,
doesn't
no.
matter. Okay.
Nobody has asked me. Let me tell you one thing. If your
Mhm.
interview is very good, no, the first thing
Mhm.
that I told you towards the end of the interview, they will be like, you tell me how where you want to fit into the organization. You have any question
Okay.
for me? Means they are so interested in your profile
Mhm.
because company will have many projects.
Right.
Not that they will
If
have
you have
one. So they will ask you what type of role you are looking out for. So if you are looking out to be an SQL developer, you can go for an SQL developer role. Or you want to be an ETL developer, you can go out for an ETL developer role. Or you want to look out for the reporting side of that project, and they will. So basically, if you are skilled enough, they can put you in any project.
right.
Uh,
Last question, actually. It's related to stored procedure. Bhaskar sir has described and taught very well related to the stored procedure in the class. So apart from those topics, apart from those tutorial, did you also refer any extra thing related to stored procedure from web, or that was sufficient?
See, stored procedure is just a syntax around a logic.
Yes,
So if
yes.
you are able to, if you know
Understand the syntax.
you are able to understand the syntax and the logic is there with you, and you can wrap that syntax around any logic. No?
Okay, okay.
So the
Got your
logic is
point.
will be related to joins. It could be grouping. It could be
Yes,
CTE. So
yes.
all this will be wrapped around this stored procedure.
That's just sort of use of queries which we have read in earlier classes. Like we have to use query with logic in earlier.
Because in any real time project there will be thousands of or hundreds of stored procedures that are there. It could be that if you're an SQL developer, they may ask you to do a modification of the stored procedure, or
Agree.
something like
Agree.
that. So you have to be aware what is the logic. The logic will be based on some grouping by operation or some CTE operation, or it could be some but it is just a syntax around which it is wrapped eventually.
Okay. Thank you so much for your comprehensive answer. Thank you. Best of luck for
Akshay,
your future.
Akshay. Uh,
Hi.
yeah. Yeah. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. Just I'm mobile. So first of all, I congratulate you got the success of your journey towards job success. And
Correct. Thank you.
How I think you are from non-IT to IT. Your transition, yes, correct.
Correct.
Yes, yeah. Because of I similar to you, so that I am asking. How do you explain the projects what you mentioned in CV? First of all, the question, and how do you manage notice period for the 3 months? Because I need to serve 3 months notice period mandatory in my office. Then how do you?
So for the notice period, no, it is very simple. Is that if your interview goes very well, no, L2 or L3 round, they will immediately HR will reach out to you. They will be ready to buy your notice period out. Okay, so this is very common. I think in some companies like Infosys, you cannot, exit even with the, they cannot, like even if somebody is ready to buy out your notice period, they don't allow you to leave. So in that situation, you can start serving your notice period. And after 1.5 months, you can tell them that, you start applying. So even if there is a call, you can tell the other company that I have 1.5 month of my notice period is remaining. And if you are ready to buy it out, then I will leave the company and I can join like that.
Yeah. The point is, if I tell to them for after 1.5 year, after 1.5 month, I will come. Then I resign in my company. Suppose if that they are not agreed to allow me, okay, they cancel the joining order. Then
No, they will buy your notice period out. No, so why you are worrying? If you are good enough, then they will buy your notice period out.
at what level the SQL queries has been asked in interview?
In
At what level SQL queries has been asked?
if you are depend on the target package. If you are targeting like 15-16 lakhs or more than that, then they will ask you very, very hard questions.
Okay.
Definitely, they will ask you very, very hard questions will be asked. And I think already I have covered many of the questions. So they will ask you very, very hard questions.
Okay.
And hard questions are already covered by sir. You just make the notes. You make the notes. Don't leave that notes out.
I am making the notes what the sir said and doing some case studies. What they mentioned, I'm practicing. Apart from this, they are asking any
No,
difficulty scenarios.
no.
Because
Nothing.
I'm just watching interviews for real-time
No,
scenarios in the.
no. Nothing will be asked outside the whatever is taught. If something is asked outside that, you tell them I have not worked on it. Simple.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Apart from these technologies, they are asking any other technology. Most of the interviews asking, do you know Python or some another any cloud warehouse like Snowflake like that?
See, I am aware about these architecture questions, so I have not mentioned here, but I was asked some questions that why you will use, cloud and what are the inherent advantages over on-premise and etc. So you can just be updated. You can go online and check why, cloud architecture is gaining prominence and all. So you can answer those simple questions.
Given the brief description is enough for what don't have any technologies. Okay, that's
That on-premise technologies are enough for you to crack any job.
Okay, actually. Thank you.
And hi Akanksha, this question that solve any SQL questions practically. Yes, some questions were asked, but I was not made to write the code. I was just asked the logic of these questions.
Hi, Akshay. This is Manoj. I have a question. First of all, many congratulations. Second, my question is like how much time it take to to master SQL?
See, that is a very subjective question. It depends on how much effort you are willing to put.
Okay.
I have already mentioned what all the questions that are there. So mastery is something which will take you years and years. So I would not say mastery, but if you are good than most of the people, then you will definitely crack the interview. Yeah.
So yeah,
you can practice like some probably some 5 to 6 hours every day for two months, and you can become good at it.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Guys, any other questions you have? Any more questions?
Also, one more thing I would like to inform everybody that if your interview goes well, they will be behind you. They will be willing to offer you any kind of money. So don't worry about that. Just showcase your skill, and package and all is really, I think, if I would have actually negotiated a bit more, I could have gone till 18, 19 also. So uh, I'm not very good at the negotiation. So uh, in all the interviews, whatever number I quoted, they said okay. They did not negotiate also.
Okay, Akshay, did you face any client interviews in this?
Yes, I have faced client interviews.
Okay.
But if you are facing client interview means mostly you are selected.
Okay, actually, one thing I faced recently, I got one opportunity. I got offer letter as well, but in client realm, I got rejected because of my communication. They said I need to improve. And the client is from USA, so
I think this is an issue with a lot of people. They ask me, about how do you improve your language or English communication skills. See, this is something which this is a skill which I have from before. It is not something which I've learned in 2 months. So it's not something you can gain in 2 months, but definitely you can start, watching a lot of BBC News, because they have the, you know, correct English language, like grammar wise, and you can start speaking to people in English, so your communication skill will improve over time.
okay. So, would you like to give any insights from client round? Like how you need to prepare for the client rounds?
See, I'll tell you one thing: you cannot prepare an interview in one day. Your preparation is 3 or 4 months or 5 months or 1 year, whatever that is. That is your preparation. In one day before the interview, you can't prepare anything.
Okay.
You have to just
Still,
go with the flow.
still, would you like to give any insights?
Um, Insights, like in what way are you asking me? What is the insight? I mean, they will ask you questions. If you can answer them, you pass the client interview round, right? What else is there?
Okay.
What is your data warehouse? How much do you see? These questions are answered, Sisira. These questions are already answered by sir in his project. So if you can take up his, I had taken the paid project. So if you take up the paid project, all these questions are already answered. You have to take the end-to-end project, MSBI project, and Power BI project.
Brother, I would like to ask you one thing. Hello?
Yeah. Go ahead, ask me.
Did you apply for jobs in Naukri, or the recruiter directly called you?
No, recruiter has directly. I have not applied to even one single job.
Yeah, because of building your resume, I think.
Exactly. So that resume has been made by sir only. He has helped me in the modification. I used the points. He had given me some sample resumes. Krishna had forwarded those resumes to me, and based on that, I made my own resume, and I had given it to sir for approval.
Yes,
That only
the whole
resume.
thing.
Then that resume only I uploaded on Naukri, and I was waiting for the calls.
Yes, the whole thing is around resume, and the second thing is our own skill.
Resume is only one part. Your skills and your technologies that you know is the second part.
Yes, I am saying that only. Thank
If
you.
if you are having a good resume and you are not able to answer any question, it is useless, no?
Yes, thank you, brother.
And one more important thing, do not write anything in the resume that you do not know, just because it looks good. If you write something in the resume, they will definitely ask you. So if you
Exactly.
write that I have implemented conditional split in SSIS, they will ask you where have you used it. If you do not know the answer, that means you are lying.
Correct. Thank you, brother. I think
Yeah.
Bhaskar sir is here to help us. Those type of things in building resume.
Please finish all the courses. Do not just do one Power BI. You will not be able to crack any of the interviews. You have to do SQL, Power BI, SSIS, data warehousing, SSAS, and these are definitely required. One technology itself will become very hard for you to crack any interview.
Yes. Bhaskar sir is continuously saying that thing. Okay, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Guys, anything else you wanted to ask? Yeah, as I said many times, SQL is important, Power BI, SSIS is important, and along with SSIS, the data warehousing and end-to-end project is very, very important. Take all of them and practice. You may take 1 more month extra or 2 more months extra, no worries, because you have spent a lot of time and no problem. Even though you take 1 more month extra, there is no issue at all. Okay, so it is important that you need to get the job, and once you get the job, you have to be there in the company. Sustainability is important, right? Sustainable, you have to be sustained in the company, right? So that is important. You have to be there in the company. That is very, very important. So if you have the proper knowledge, easily you can be there in the company for longer period. So for that, you need to have very, very good knowledge. So we are going to be offering very, very basic level to advanced level. I think you would have seen my the teaching methodologies, the way we explain the things, the way we give the things from very, very basic level to advanced level, guys. Thank you so much, Akshay, once again, and I wish you
Yes.
all the best once again. And
Thank you.
if you have any other questions, be in touch with Akshay. And if you have any other questions, if you wanted to ask Akshay, please go ahead and ask. So, or if you have any other things, you can also ask me later. But now Akshay is there. You can just ask him if you wanted to ask something. Okay, Mobina is saying thank you, Akshay, for sharing your insights. Very good. Thank you. Are you doing PBA assignments after completing the entire PBA videos or simultaneously doing? So after that, doing PBA assignments can be done once the all PBA topics got over. Otherwise, you will not be able to do that. Yeah.
Yes, I have done it after everything is over, basically.
Yeah. Chalo, guys. Thank you so much. Any other questions?
This resume, sir will be sharing to you. This format, he will give it to you, so you don't have to worry about the resume.
Thank you, Akash. Thank you, everybody. So, do you have anything, guys? So, I have shared all the videos in the chart. Make sure that you copy them. Otherwise, if I close the session, the chart will get cleared. So, make sure that all the questions which have been discussed, been shared in the chart window, please copy them. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And see, a lot of people are going to be getting the job. See, Akshay got the job today. Tomorrow you will be there, or day after tomorrow someone will be there. So end of the day, knowledge matters, right? So proper guidance is important. So everything we are going to be giving, just take it as it is. And recession is temporary. Knowledge is important. Even the recession is there, Akshay is able to crack second interview, then third interview, fourth interview. How? Because of the knowledge only. At the age of 35, 36, and he never worked for any IT company or not even non-IT company. He was doing his own business. So anybody can become anything, but only thing is that the practice and knowledge. You can restart your career at the any time or any age. Remember this point. You can restart your career at any age or any time. Only thing is that you need to have willingness. If that is there, nobody can stop you. No decision can stop you. Chalo, guys, thank you so much. All the very best.
Sir, one more thing I would like to add. I
Yeah.
have seen that in Power BI also there are 20 lakh, 25 lakh packages that are available. So
Correct.
if somebody is putting the effort, they can easily crack that also,
Yes, yes, yes.
Easily they will be able to crack it.
Yeah, yeah. My people who have taken Power BI in 2017, 2018, and those people are getting in L&T and Mindtree, they're getting 25 lakhs, 28 lakhs, 32 lakhs, 38 lakhs. So people who are earning, 13,000 rupees per month in 2017, one guy is there. 13,000 means very, very basic needs. That guy is, crack the job in HCL Technologies in last November with 25 lakhs of salary package. 2017, 2018, he got the job. Right now is in 25 lakhs. Now always he comes and tells me that the basics you have given me, sir, because of that I can crack any interview even today. Even though you have 5 years of real-time experience, 10 years of real-time experience, people are going to be asking the basics once again. So all of them, whatever I'm talking today, it will be there with you till you die. I'm telling you.
And another thing, don't go for any backdoor and all this, stupidity.
Proxies.
Because you will not be able to survive in the company. First day only they will come to know you are an idiot and a fake guy. They will throw you out.
Correct. You'll be losing the job, money, everything.
Everything. It's a total waste, and you will not have any confidence.
Correct. Very good.
1 week back, I got a call from Accenture. They're starting itself to submit the documents itself. They are asking for, because I'm having a fake documents. I didn't upload it. I rejected it. Is it correct? Accenture company.
Yeah, if you have the proper documentation, you cannot get the job in top MNCs like Accenture and everything. So that you need to take care, right? So L&T, Accenture, Deloitte. So you cannot apply for those companies if you have proper documentation. That is for everybody, even for me as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
So you can go in for some level 3 or level 2, level 4 companies, where you will be able to get the job opportunities. Chalo guys, anything else?
No, sir.
Chalo guys, so Irfan is saying source data also doing after completing the videos doing this. What Irfan Bash, I'm not able to understand this question. Okay guys, anything you can just write me a mail, Basha, so if you have anything to ask there. So I wanted to tell immediate joiner. How can I tell them that? Yeah, you can tell them that currently. So if you want to tell them that currently I have got relieved or I don't have the job. I'm currently on the bench. And if I get an offer letter, I can be relieved within a week's time. But my notice period would be 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. So since I'm in a bench for last, couple of weeks, I can be relieved within 1 week of time. Okay, so that is fine. I want to tell immediate joiner. You can tell them that currently you're working, but last 1 month you don't have any, project. You're on the bench. You can tell them that because of the bench, I'm not able to get any opportunities. I can be relieved within a week's time. I can join immediately. Or one more thing, you can see that I got relieved from the, from last month itself, and now I don't have the job. So I got relieved last month 30 or, current month 10th. So I don't have any job. I can join immediately. That is also fine if you have the proper relieving documentation and everything. Okay, so whatever you would like to say, that you can say, there is no issue at all. Chalo. So very good, guys. Hope.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
This side Abhishek. For one of two recruiters, I told them I am on bench, but they are not entertaining most of the time when you sit on the bench.
That's fine. So that is their problem because we cannot see. We cannot lie, right? So whatever you're telling, you need to say. So whether they believe it or don't believe it, that is their issue. That we cannot do anything, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.